Anyway, how can I help you? What's going on?
We're just checking in. We're a lot of shit going on right now, and we're trying to set it straight. We're looking to change some things around and make things kind of more streamlined. We wanted to kind of hear from you yourself how you feel about your role right now. Uh, how's it been going?
Um, well, I mean, to be honest, there's not much going on. We just got out of that war, and I think that war put a dampener on a lot of things. But I guess we'll see how it picks up. I will say that I mean, there's a lack of activity, there's a lack of people around most of the time. I mean, today I've kind of been wandering around, really hopping between little groups of people, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot happening, and it's hard to put things together to to do as well. We've been trying to get a
146
maze
people.
bank going for the
Pretty
last
good.
3 hours. We just don't have the people on the app. Um, I've been hoping, waiting for Mateo to wake up, but yeah, I'll be waiting all day at that point. By the time he does wake up, so it's difficult. It's difficult to do things. We have some money that we want to clean. We have some sanitation we want to do, but aside from that, like there's nothing really happening. It's hard to find something to do. So it's difficult. It's I feel like things are a little stagnant right now. I think that's maybe the right word, stagnant.
Yeah, I mean, we think there's probably about 10 to 15 active people right now. But when you say you're having problems with the app, are you talking about the hideout or HQ?
No, HQ. HQ is where we have the jobs that we do, like Maze and Art Asylum and all that. And it's
Because
really expensive to transfer people between apps. Really expensive.
you, for a while with Queenie, were like you guys were hitting heists like non-stop, right?
Oh, every day. Yeah, every
Is
day would
is
be a laundry, cash, Maze, or something. Yeah.
are you having problems like logistically? Like, is that all come to a stop because of a said person, or what's going on?
Well, I think that's because there's just not enough people around anymore from that group of people that we used to do that with, right? I mean, before we suffered from perhaps too much success. We had too many people.
Mm-hmm.
We had about maybe 24 people across two different apps, so 12 on each. And now we have 11, I believe, on our current app, and it's hard to get six from those 11 to go do something. So now we're just suffering from the opposite, which is not enough people around for the app.
Is that like your is that like kind of like what you enjoy doing most as captain, is putting together high squads?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, back in the day, yeah, absolutely.
Do you think you could consolidate those two apps and just get like one like solid team together, or is it just not even the people
Already
around
done.
for that?
That's we already did it. Those are the 11 that we have. The second app, we actually gave it to Martin so that he could do his heist on that because he lost his HQ, I believe, when they got raided. I think he got it back afterwards, but anyway, it doesn't matter. The secondary app, we don't need it. We don't have enough people for it.
Okay, so you got like 11. You said like right now that they're not. You're struggling to get six together from that 11, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Jesus, that's rough to hear, to be honest.
Yeah.
I do get it, but that's rough, especially if you guys are kind of wanting to do it as well.
Yeah. I mean, to be clear, there's more than six people around right now in general for Cyprus, but I'm talking specifically about the app,
On
right?
your app,
Six
right?
people from the app. Yeah.
What would you prefer then? What would you prefer? Two, maybe a max of 2 to 3 apps. Because right now, what we have three. We have Marty's in his spot. We have the hard drive of like my old crew, and then the one of the stables. Is there any more? Yours, of course. So what is that,
Ours
4?
in the pit. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think we should go down to 2 or 3? Would that be better? Because
I
at the
think
very least,
consolidating apps.
it's less transferring over of people.
Yeah, and more availability, right? I think consolidating apps would be a good idea. I tried talking to CJ about it because they also were kind of in a lull with jobs, weren't really doing it. And she was kind of hesitant with the idea of consolidating because she didn't like. They don't know if they're going to even have enough people on their app as well and have the same problem that we're having, right? But if they are having that same problem, then we really should consolidate. Just have
Sorry,
one app.
with Sakura's crew? Which crew is that, sorry?
CJ, I think.
CJ's
Oh, okay.
404. I don't know what they call that group of people anymore. Marty's
No,
app.
yeah, I got you. I just didn't
Yeah.
hear you. My bad.
Do you work well with
So
like
yeah,
CJ?
Yeah, we've worked with CJ before. Yeah, she's helped with mazes, and cash. Yeah, we do jobs with CJ. We have done jobs with CJ.
I might be the player. I mean, it's kind of sad. I mean, 'cause that also means like less ammunitions, but it's just pointless if we don't even have the people to do the fucking jobs. And we definitely
Yeah.
have the consolidate and
Exactly.
just get, you know, it'd be better like
Yeah.
that.
Less butt coins spread out as well. You know, spread too thin.
I'm even on a HQ app with like 5 people on it. I think I'm the main like OG one. You know.
Yeah, it's rough to get jobs going on ours too. You're right. Is there anything
So-
else
yeah.
you want to like sink your teeth in though? That's not heists.
Yeah, aside from heists.
I'd like to do more of the money cleaning things because I haven't done that since way back in the day with you, Clark. Actually, when you know, we had to do it at a motel by your old house. So I haven't really done much of that. I'd like to do that more. But other than that, nothing really there's nothing really else to do, right? I mean,
What do you mean by like, you know, there's not much else to do? Like other shit's already being handled, or like, what's your take on that?
well, I mean, okay, so rather, I suppose my answer is more geared towards your question, which was, is there anything else I'd like
Sure.
to sink my teeth in, right?
Sure.
And so I take that as the approach I take to the question is there something else I want to learn? And there's not much else for me to learn as far as I could tell. I mean, maybe the fence stuff, but I know there was limitations on that, and that's not just like, you know, I can't just go get a fence brick or whatever and do it. You know, there's more prep to that, so I'm not really involved in any of that. The cargo ship stuff, usually we have 6 people going anyway, and I'm not usually involved in that anyway, so that's not something I find available to myself anyway. 24/7s, I've done a few of those, you know, in the last week. Seems kind of different, kind of new, something I don't really know too much about, but it's also very hit or miss. You either do a bunch of 24/7s and don't get shit, or you get a white card, then you have to go do 3 other fucking things before you can hit something big, you know? Like, it's very difficult to kind of do that. It's not willy-nilly, you know, like a cash exchange or a laundromat.
Okay, how do you feel about Cyprus right now in its you know current condition regarding you know the captains, the enforcers, the people, and all that? You think things have gone a little bit better? What do you think needs to change?
It's hard to say, really. I will say this from my own perspective. I'll use the word stagnant again. Things appear to be stagnant. People don't seem to really have good direction. I would say maybe that's maybe due to a lack of uh, like a paradigm shift that we just haven't seen yet. You know, with the subcrews, things seem to be a little bit more streamlined. Now that we don't have that anymore. So people are just kind of spread out, and it feels like people are just kind of waiting around. I mean, I've been around for 3.5 hours today, and that's all everybody's doing. We're just kind of waiting around to see what happens.
Like waiting
That
around
fucking
where though?
sucks.
Like at the stables or?
Yeah, I mean, I've been at the stables. I've been at the factory warehouse. I've been at the pit. You know, I did a race with Sakura, which was great. Uh, but other than that, we're just kind of waiting around.
But we need to get back on the
We're gonna get to
horse.
that.
There's plenty to do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's new boosting ranks apparently. We need the bet badly. We need fucking
Yeah,
money coming in. we need
PET
money
is definitely
cleaned.
high priority.
We need to hit those fucking ships. We need to do fucking jobs. There's abundance of stuff to do. I just think we need we just gotta do a little sort out and get people back on the fucking horse. To be honest.
I will say, from my perspective, what may be missing, at least from a captain point of view, is a general direction from up above. Like, what is it that you guys want us to achieve? What is it that you guys want us to do with the position that we're in, right? And I know Sakura's kind of been feeling the same way with a lack of direction, not really knowing what to do. I can't speak for Martin. I can't speak for Teddy, obviously, but I know with Sakura, she's been feeling similarly. So maybe some sort of direction from you guys to us as to, you know, Vito, I want you to achieve this. I want Cyprus in general to be this. It would give us something to kind of work towards figuring out how to get to, you know? So, just some more direction, I would say, perhaps.
People are fucking lost in this crew, huh?
They're lost. They're just waiting.
What's
I mean, him
this?
and Sakura. They feel like they're just
I see
waiting for stuff to do.
The shitty thing is, I see their point. like
I'm like 50-50.
yeah, like I'm like 60-40. Like I see their point, but I'm like still 60%. Like you got to make something to do.
Yeah, he's
know,
not.
Because
He's
then
not
you have people
wrong,
like
but-
Teddy, right, where he's not getting more direction than anyone else. But
Exactly.
He's
We,
fucking,
right,
he's
he-
just doing
we
his
don't
he
shit.
meet
actually
with Teddy.
sees the-
We don't meet with Teddy
well,
at all.
In Vito's
But-
defense, he also sees the Dons very rarely, just like soccer does. Even
Teddy
though
also
Teddy
has his
Teddy-
growing up. Teddy's growing weed. He's got that at the in the back burner at least.
Well, he's also around less, right? So filling his hours is easier if there's just less of them.
That's the thing is, yeah. Go ahead, Harry.
I think Vito's like. I mean, he's half right. I see where he's coming from. I feel for him in a way, but let's not deny that there's plenty of stuff to do. Like I said, God, man, there's so much to do. There's the boosting, listening out for that ship going off. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's
Yeah.
trying to get people together for a job, but like maybe fixing the app problem. Like, I think there's stuff to do. I just don't know if him and Sakura feel like they have like the go ahead just to start doing shit. I mean, that's the problem. They're probably just waiting. You know?
Yeah, I don't think it's been. I think they both have that in them and have done that before, but it's they do wait for
They
the
almost
green
need
light for it.
too much direction.